Yo, it's your boy DJ ThreeStacks, and we are here back on Urban Grind Radio. Just conducted our first interview. Now I got my second lovely co-host to the left, and with the guest. So right here to my left, I have...
It's your homegirl, your soul sister, the queen of the ghetto gospel, Johni Demeatri. And Stacks, we do have a very special guest. I was asking some I would say brief interview questions before the interview, and it already seemed like we got somebody special. So So who we got to the left of us over here?
My name is Moshey Ben Yahudah.
I gotta ask you to say that one more time. That just came out so godly. That was just a godly introduction. Say that one more time.
Moshey Ben Yahudah.
So I have a question off bat.
Okay.
Can you break your name down for me?
Well, yes. Moshey is Moses in Hebrew, which led by many waters, as our forefather Moses did, and being his son. And Yahudah is Judah, the tribe of Judah that I'm from. So, that's the 4 tribes. So Moshey being son of Judah.
Wow.
And I'm just gonna say Moshey.
That's cool.
Because anything over 5 letters, y'all know I'm chopping screws. So
that's cool. Yeah. Most call me Mo or Moshey when they, or just Moses. Either way, you know what I mean.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So can you tell the people a little bit about what you do and how your name, such a powerful name, can play into what it is that you do?
Yeah. Being being a misfit made me a leader.
Yes, sir.
So growing up and understanding what a leader took, that name, when I took that name was given to me, it came with some of the same roles as Moses, our forefather, had to walk through. So that name made me become a man and a leader. And that's what I drive my music and everything off of, is that power from the Most High in that name. Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense to pretty much bring your turning point, it sounds like, into your creativity.
Indeed. That's what made me who I am today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because I love what you said, man. You went from misfit to a leader, and when I look at the Bible, when you look at Moses, you know what I mean. Before, they wasn't sinless. You know what I mean. Moses killed a man and buried him.
Right.
You know what I mean.
Right.
So and a majority of the prophets and the disciples come from a background. They wasn't the godliest people.
No.
In fact, they were murderers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Extortionists.
All kinds.
And things like that.
Yeah.
And so I believe that, the Most High did that with a purpose, because when you take people from that to a role of leadership and you uplift them, they know how to deal with the others who come from that because they've been there.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
That's well said, because you got to know how to reach to the people, man. You can't go into an unfamiliar place and try to talk to somebody you ain't never experienced it, been through it, or had to walk that walk yourself. You got to be able to reach them people, because that's where you come from. So
exactly.
You can't run from who you is and where your other people is.
And I think that's a great segue that leads into, first, let me let the people, you are an artist.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And I believe that's a great segue that leads into who you are as an artist. So let the people know, because you're definitely an artist, man, and what you do with your artistry and your music, and how you deliver your music and your purpose with your music.
Most definitely. Man, first I like to give all praise to the Most High, man, because
yes, sir.
I went from how do I say, worldly rap?
All the time.
Okay.
I think that's a great way to say it.
Right.
Because it don't put you in a realm. Just like worldly rap.
And because I come from a background from a lot of violence and a lot of curses that our people go through from living in the project, living in the hood.
Yes.
I'm an 80s baby, you know what I'm saying? So I come up in the era right, you know, after crack, but gangs start getting heavy.
Yes.
But they was a little bit more organized a little bit, but it still was chaos, you know what I mean?
All the time.
So I came up in that area, you know what I mean? So when I transitioned from that life and found my spiritual purpose, because that was my fleshly purpose.
Right.
And I had to learn that, man, I couldn't rap for like 2 or 3 years. I had to sit down. I thought the Most High took my gift from me, to be honest with you. But I had to really sit down for 2 or 3 years to learn and understand who I was and who he was. You know what I'm saying? So that's how Moshey came along into the music I'm doing now. Is from my spirit man being opened up to understanding the condition that my people in right now. And so therefore I can go talk. I can talk crazy with everybody else all day long, but it don't benefit. I get a joy out of benefit and helping somebody to be progressing better. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And so that's what my music do. It's grit, but when you ain't gonna know what's going on until you actually listen to the word. But when it first pop on, you gonna just hear the beat. You gonna hear them 808s. You gonna hear everything slapping. You gonna be like, oh, that's hard. But then when you listen to the message, you know what I'm saying? You are gonna be like, hold on, he's saying something. Mm-hmm. And that's what Moshey is about, you know. And like I said, shouts out to my big bro Jay Shields too. You know what I mean? You know, he also, even though I came with a lot of understanding, but a wise man knows he knoweth nothing. So learning this craft as well, you know what I'm saying? Big bro had been giving me a lot of pointers too in understanding the craft of what the streets and also what the people need to hear at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So that's what y'all get out of my music, man. That's what y'all get from me. It's gonna heal you and it's gonna turn you up too at the same time.
Just to piggyback off of what Stacks was saying about basically transitioning from that misfit to the leader that you are today, like where did that happen in life?
Man, I was facing I had a lot going on, and I was facing some time, and like most of the time I laugh at my big bro. I tell him this. I be like, it could be 100 brothers outside shooting big guns. I'm talking about ARs, you know what I'm saying, SKs, everything, and I could be out there with a 22 or Glock, shoot one time, and I'm in trouble. And I'm trying to, and I never understood why I was always the one getting in trouble. I'm like, it's 100 those around me shooting. I do one, and I'm somehow the one going down. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, some things went on. I was looking at some time, and man, I thought this judge about to hang me, make me do this 35 years. Man, I thought it was a rat. I did, but something jumped into him. And was like, he was like, I can't give you that time. And to make a long story short, you know what I'm saying, my lawyer, you know, he was lost and confused. He was like, I ain't never seen this happen before. So at that time, that changed, that made me realize that the Most High was real. So that changed in my music, that changed how I walk, that changed how I view things, changed how I talk. That all started changing when I had got a second chance from that, though. But see, I prayed about some things in the midst before that court date, before all that came along. And when that happened, that let me know to take what I'm doing more serious and stop playing with life. So that being always, you know what I'm saying, the one that's being picked out of the crowd, always the one in trouble, always the one that everybody got blamed. Cause I don't know what it was with me though, but it was either blame me. I ain't got to be in your facility. Somebody be like, hey man, Moshey, he did it. I'm like, bro, I'm not even around. So that changed.
Yeah. In a strange way, I kind of like that though, because I think it reveals purpose too.
Yeah.
you know, like how you say, a lot of people can say, okay, well, yeah, this turning point really showed me my spiritual purpose. But I think in situations like that, it can expose spiritual purpose. You know, like you have so much on your life that no matter what, it's like, no, you gonna be the one to go down, because it's like that ain't even meant for you. You know what I'm saying?
When I remember, I had, you know, back in Kansas City, is where I'm from. You know, I had a couple of dope houses on 13 in Washington.
Right.
And I used to have this lady, this sister, come around, and she's like, baby, this ain't for you. And I didn't know what she was talking about. I'm like, I'm getting money, I'm doing bam, bam, bam. And she just kept telling me, this not you. And I'm like, I didn't understand that, because I'm looking around, you know, this is what everybody doing.
Yeah.
But she kept on telling me it wasn't for me, and I couldn't grasp that for a long period of time. And then like you said, everywhere I go, everything kept being not for me. Mm-hmm. And I was I'd be at the club, I'd be here, I'd be there, everything turned out to be not for me. I'm like, dang, why I'm always in trouble? Why I'm always the one, you know what I mean? Because it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's how that went.
Outside of your spirituality and things that you represent, I really am feeling just like the culture. And I want to know, like, how much of your culture plays a part. Well, obviously it plays a big part in your appearance, but how much does it play in your music? Like when it comes down to the, you know, like the grills and the wicks, you know what I'm saying? Like how much of that is represented in your music as well? Everything.
You know, King Solomon had a mouth full of jewel, you know what I mean? Samson had wicks, you know what I mean? My forefathers wore fringes for reminder to keep our foot from stumbling. And fringes is, you know, if y'all never seen, is the dangly things that hang on the bottom of our shirt with the borderline of blue, the ribbon. And so it's reminders to keep you from stumbling, you know what I mean? But, you know, this is my logo, and my logo means a lot, because the tree means the family, the connection. You know what I'm saying? That we is one. Like I don't look at, even though I know I'm great, my brothers out there, they great too. You know what I'm saying? My sisters, they great too. You know what I mean? Everybody in competition, but we all can get to that same goal. Thanks. And we just show that love. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's what the family tree is about. And the crown, you know, is that we kings, you queens. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta walk as that. You know what I mean? That's the bloodline that we come from. We so used to being the bottom and being told we ain't nothing, you know what I mean? But not realizing that we come from a royalty bloodline. And just because they say that they were from the old name ancestor, but we ain't died off. We still having babies, and we still here today. We are them right now. You know what I mean? So
I agree with you.
Yeah, the culture, the everything plays into my music, because you know, we gotta wake up and start taking back that authority of who we is. You know what I'm saying? I hear everybody, I ain't mad when we say I'm a real nigga, but I mean, we can say we kings. Ain't nothing wrong with saying we grown men, we kings out here, we queens out here. Right. We value ourselves. You know what I mean? But you know, that's what the culture is all about. When I put it in the music, it's to empower my brothers and my sister, man, to stand strong, 10 toes down. On what you believe in, even if you know people bring you a lot of nonsense. You know, stand on what you know, stand on who you is. You know what I mean?
I like that 100%. I want to know, like, how long have you been rapping? I know basically you had a transition, so this ain't nothing new for you.
Yeah.
How long have you been, you know, doing your thing?
I've been doing my thing for like 20 years. I ain't gonna lie. I've been like, as a child, I've been rapping since I was like a child, just freestyling with some of the gangs I say on the block, you know, things of the nature. So I was going around rapping with them, but 2012 is when I transitioned into truth music, that we call truth music. It's a new genre that we putting out there, and you spell music with a Z. But I've been doing that since 2012, and I think that made me a greater artist than I ever expected that I could be. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to talk about, you know, everything else. That's so easy. You know what I mean? I can talk about, you know, everything under the sun, rob you, kill you, take your girl, whatever. That it's easy. But it's challenge when you tell somebody like, hey, give me something that's gonna feed me, educate me.
Yeah.
Give me something that I can take substance from and use it in my life. You know what I mean? That's gonna prosper me in a good direction. Everybody can't do that.
So my question is, like, even though, you know, how you say it was easy to be a certain way, you know, and how you say everybody can't do what you do, was it a struggle to get into that? Like, even when you changed yourself spiritually, did you find yourself struggling to get into that type of music?
Indeed, it was. I told you, for 2 or 3 years, I couldn't write a bar. Couldn't. It was just like, I was like, dang, I can't rap no more. But it was my mindset. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I had to change my mindset, my vocabulary, how I approach, my attitude, everything. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't an easy transition. And when you're trying to do it the right way, it's not an easy transition. You got. I told y'all, you got to learn yourself, and you got to know. You got to know who you are. Sure. Just tell somebody else anything.
And as you grow in music, as you grow as a person, you grow in music too. Like, you know, you can. I know. I can listen back on some stuff that I made maybe when I was like 14 or 15. Just first going to the studio, and then fast forward almost 15 years later, and it's a whole different person, right? Because as we grow, so and I think artists always feel like if they do something that's maybe unfamiliar to how they first came out or how people most remember them, it's like they don't want to do it. But it takes a real artist to be like, nah, I could do all that, but watch this. Like, I'm gonna make this cool because I'm so good at it. Not only am I good at it, I'm giving you a message. So that's where you're coming from. I think that's what makes you different. I don't know, man. I just can't wait to hear because I know I interviewed you on the TV side, and I can't wait to hear your album, everything else that's on it, just judging off the single. You know, I think it's going to be dope. How many songs we thinking? What you giving them?
I got 13 tracks. Actually, what I meant to bring, I got some CDs out in the card that I'm going to grab and bring up. But there's 13 tracks on there. And all 13 tracks, you know, it's coming from a real place. It's coming from a real situation, real place, real things, you know, real scenarios. Yeah.
What genre? I'm not sure if I asked you this already, but what would you classify yourself as?
We break. Check this out. We know we got hip hop, rap, and that's what the basic of it is. But we have a new genre that we're working on called truth music.
Truth music, right?
You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
Yeah, and it's all about keeping 100. If you can't, and let me explain to y'all. When I say truth music, man, it is feeding the conscious positively. I mean, you can't tell me that you the truth and you telling me you gonna kill your brother still, bro. That's not the truth. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, and just proving that you hard doesn't make you the truth. You know what I'm saying? Truth music is giving our people the truth of what's going on out here to open up their mind so that they can prepare themselves for whatever their next step in their journey is. You know what I mean? So that's the genre that we are creating. It's called truth music, and you spell it with a Z. Like I said, truth music with a Z, because that Z is for Zion.
Yeah, we love it. We definitely gotta, and even with truth music, just like I feel like, even when you talk about truth music, it's not about killing your brother or making you feel like you hard or whatever. I feel like just going off of what we were saying earlier, artists feel like they have to give that to the people. That may not even be them, you know, and they almost feel like they have to put on like a certain persona in order to be accepted. But it's room for everybody, you know.
Yeah, it definitely is room for everybody. And I'm gonna tell you how like this. You know, they try to take us away from. They think that walking away from the situation or telling your brother it's all good or give or forgiveness or saying sorry or they call that weak, but that's actually a strong, wise man. You understand what I'm saying? Because you get to live and see another day, and then you can think about how ignorant that decision was if you would have made that move. But you ain't nothing like Big Bro said, ain't nothing good about getting locked up and being away from your family. I've been there and did that. I was miserable. I missed all kind of time with my family and with my youngins. I missed all kind of time. I can't get that back. That's time. You can't get back. And to prove what that I'm hard, cause I can pull this trigger on you. But then the thing is, on top of that, the real ones who oppress us, the one who really causes that pain, we get them passes all day long. We get them passes all day long. Like, why you gonna give your bro that pass, bro? Why you gonna give your sister that pass, bro? Was for real, bro. Yeah. But you get them a pass though. You get nervous with them. That ain't it. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with it. And I'm just letting my brother know it don't make you soft just because you allow your brother a pass or you apologize or anything of that nature to keep peace. That don't make you soft. You know? So yeah.
Do you see yourself, or have you already expanded your spirituality past music?
Like my life? Or what do you elaborate a little bit more?
Just like your spiritual gift.
Gift.
Have you shared it with the world? You know what I'm saying? Past
I got what you're saying. I get a lot of phone calls. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I get a lot of phone calls. That counts. It does. And I walk a lot of brothers. I mean, and I don't say this to boast. I don't do this to boast because, you know what I'm saying, your reward is not, I don't look for man for reward. I don't, you know what I mean? But I got a lot of brothers and I got a lot of sisters that be going through some real situations and really trying to keep it together. Really trying not to fumble. Really trying to keep their head on straight so that they don't lose what they've been blessed with. And I do get a lot of calls where I will guide or give some advice, some spiritual understanding on what the Father expects us all to do in a situation, and even if it's tough, you know what I mean. He still expects us to be accountable for our actions and how we treat each other and what we do with the blessings we got. Like, we all treasure. So if you his treasure and I misuse his treasure, I mean, I'm accountable for that. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And I'm gonna be in trouble for that. So I try to help as many. I get a lot of calls, and I try to help as many as I can. Sometimes I do have to cut my phone off, and that's no disrespect to nobody, but it does get draining too when you pour into a lot of vessels out there, though.
You gotta recharge too. Yeah. What can you give if you have nothing to give yourself, right? So
indeed.
Yeah. 2023 is looking good for you, I feel. I'm feeling that. I'm knowing that. We're gonna manifest that here, like even with your single, your album, and everything you have coming up. So tell the people where they can find you.
Y'all can find me at YasharadaNation.com or truthmusic with a Z.com, and y'all can find everything about me in them two places. Yeah.
Y'all heard it here first. Hey, listen, we on Urban Grind TV, Urban Grind Radio. Y'all getting this the inspirational episode today from Jay Shields.
Just lifted
like
me
it's
up.
like it's man
to
be here is to really feel it, y'all. But I know when y'all watch it, y'all gonna take something away from it. So, man, I'm Treasure Nicole, your favorite Scorpio.
And it's your homegirl, your soul sister, the queen of the ghetto gospel, Johni Demeatri.
It's Urban Grind TV, y'all. We'll be right back.
This is Moshey with Urban Grind Radio. Make sure y'all pull up and get some of that truth.